Now, a long time ago on the old channel, we recorded a few old folk tales with swearing. And today I'm going to tell you a folk tale called Boots and the Fucking Troll. Oh yes, this is a true Scandinavian story, folks. And I'm going to swear a lot, so YouTube, don't take it down. So one day, in those good old fuck-off days of Scandinavia, when the Vikings were Vikings, men were men and women were women, and dogs were dogs and cats were cats, and everybody had an axe and a sea axe. You know, and there was an old couple, you know, he had a long fucking beard, and, you know, he lived the Viking life. He's been fucking raiding everywhere. He raided in Africa, he raided to Byzantium, he went to bloody Italy, and he went all the way to fuck off Ireland, and even went to Iceland. He said he had a bloody great time there. He said, by the gods, the drinking is legendary in Iceland. Oh yes, but expensive. And so this old farmer, you know, he had 3 sons, but he was in debt. He owed coin to some bloody rich dude, probably a banker, bastards, you know. Never change, do they, bankers? You know, the mafia today and the mafia in the past. You know, and he said to himself, well, you know, I've got to raise some coin, I've got to pay this debt off, but I don't have a lot of things I could sell. I don't sell my land. But what he did have on his land was a big off fucking wood. I don't mean a small wood, it was a fucking massive forest. By the gods, it was that big. The trees were fucking ginormous. I mean, Jesus whiz. By the right Christ, you wouldn't believe it. So he thought to himself, well, I'll get the lad to go out and chop some logs. People always want logs for the long fucking houses. Oh yes, that's what they called them, not us. And so, you know, he went to his oldest lad and he said, you must go out and you must chop logs with your axe. Choppy chop chop chop. Indeed. And so, you know, in the morning, the oldest of the lads, he got out his little sack. He put some, you know, a bit of cheese and bread in there and got his favourite axe, you know. And he went off into the woods. He walked for a few hours. You know, over a field first of all, along meadow, and meadows were very big in those days, not fucking tiny like now, with bloody hedges everywhere, stone walls, I mean, talk about borders. And so once he left this long meadow with all these fucking lovely flowers, man, it was like hippie heaven of this 793 period. And, you know, he said to himself, well, you know, I'm in the edge of the wood now. I'm going to go, I know of a clearing where I can chop down some little tiny fucking trees and not the big bastards, because if I chop one of those down, I'll never do it in time. Because, you know, his old dad, his old father, I don't know his fucking name, we'll call him Iric. You know, he said, oh, I want some logs, my boy. Well, I want to sell them next week at market. And so, you know, the oldest of the lad, don't know his name either, but we're not going to give him a name, we don't deserve one. You'll see why if you continue watching this fucking story. And so, you know, he went in the woods and he came to the clearing and he saw a nice tree. And so he got out his axe. Let me put my fucking axe down. As my phone goes, beep, beep, beep. And he started to chop and hew down this fucking big tree. Chop, wham, wallop. Chop, wham, wallop. He thought to himself, fucking hell fire. This is bloody hard work, he says. I mustn't swear this much in real life, but hey ho. And he thought, this is the top bollocks of works, this is. And suddenly, in the distance, he heard a funny noise. No, it wasn't him farting, no. It was like a rumbling noise and loud footsteps. He thought, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that as well? I don't know. It's a mobile. And he listened to the background. He heard rumbling of the trees. He thought, it's getting louder, this noise, you know. Now, he was a tough lad, but, you know, he was getting a bit scared at this point. And then suddenly, out of the clearing of the trees, he saw this most fuck-off, ginormous troll. The biggest troll he's ever seen. Actually, the first fucking troll he's ever seen. He knew it was a troll, but it had big fucking eyes and big fucking ears, and it was an ugly bastard. You know, spots and boils, and it stank. It smelled worse than Bigfoot, and blimey. And he got scared. He dropped his axe and his little bag of bread and cheese, and he ran off. You know, he wasn't going to fight the troll. Not Viking enough. And so he got back home later that evening and he told his dad about it, old Iric. And Iric said, I am, stroking his beard, fucking white beard, I am disappointed in you, my lad. Go, I'd like to see you again. Until tomorrow. And so the next day, he sent his middle lad. He had 3, remember? You know, and he went out and he walked over the hippie pasture full of fucking Viking flowers, you know. But one of them's called Iric. And, you know, he came to the same wood with the big trees. And he saw the footprints of his brother. And I thought, oh, that's fucking handy, isn't it? What are the chances of that? Got into the same place. And, you know, he came to the same clearing. On the ground, he saw the bread and cheese. That's gone, been eaten by rabbits and other manly kind of creatures, you know, and he saw an axe, you know, on the floor, and the tree was half chopped down. And he thought, oh, I got this tree, I got these logs chopped up. So he started to chop and chop until the tree, can't fucking speak there, until the tree came down. Crash, bang, wallop. How's that for, you know, game of tennis? Not that they had tennis in those days. I've always wanted to watch monkey tennis, but they don't allow that on telly. But anyway, and so, you know, in the distance he heard a rumbling noise and a kind of a loud thud. What's that? He said. That sounds like some kind of loud footsteps. And the footsteps got louder and the rumbling got louder, and out of the trees came this big fuck-off troll again. And this lad, well, he was only a little lad, he went, I'm fucking scared. There's a fucking troll, man! You know, thought, fucking hell, never seen one of them before. And he thought to himself, well, I'm going to leg it because I don't want to fight this damn bloody great big creature. He looked up, my gosh, look at that. It's like 5 long houses high, you know. And he ran off. And of course he got back to his old dad, Iric, and, you know, Iric stroked his beard and threw his mead on the floor in disappointment, you know, oh, you can't even say it, let alone bloody do it, you know, how dare you come back without no logs, my boy. And so the next day he decided to send out his youngest lad. And this lad, he was named Boots. Don't know why, that was his name, very common. Some people know him as the Ash lad. Another story. And so Boots got his favourite axe. And you're going to get some bread and cheese, but there weren't any. His 2 fat fucking brothers ate all the bread and cheese the day and the day before that. So he said to his old wise mum, so, oh, hey up, mummy, mum. He said, have you got something to eat? And she gave him like a little bag. It was like a bag that was like watertight. And she gave him a whey of cheese. The cheese wasn't quite finished setting yet. And so he got this wet cheese and put it in the bag. He thought, I could nibble that, you know, it's a bit wet. Got lots of liquid in it, I could have a drink afterwards, you know what I mean? Bob's your uncle. And so he got his favourite axe and he set off to the big fuck off wood. Time for the good bit, so stay tuned. And so, you know, should we swear on the channel? I don't know. I know I did a poll about it and they said it was okay, so fucking you too right. And so, you know, good lord. And so, you know, he said to himself, well, he came to the clearing, he walked along, he saw that, as I think, and he came to the wood, he walked through the wood, singing a song, as they always do in those days. You've got to do something in your time as you're walking, you know, God knows what kind of songs they would have sung, you know, one's about axes probably. And, you know, he came to the same clearing and he saw on the floor 2 bags with no cheese and no bread, but 2 axes on the floor. He thought, oh, I'll have them, they're now mine. And he started to chop down another tree. And well, you know, in the distance again he heard a rumbling noise and loud footsteps. He thought, hey up, that's that bloody big fuck off troll my 2 brothers have told me about. Don't bother me, I'm not scared. I'm a tough little Viking. And so the troll said, who's that? Hooing and clearing wood in my forest. And Boots thought to himself, fuck me, I didn't know trolls could talk. You know, that's pretty amazing.